All right, so today we're going to mix it up a little bit, and we're looking at 1987 Kuwahara Magician EX, right? So let's get into it. This is day 5 of the Radville BMX 30-day, 30-bike BMX challenge. Definitely mixing things up today, right? This is a little different than the previous few bikes. Let's call out some of the differences and the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's get into it, right? So first off, this Kuwahara Magician EX is clearly original, right? You can just tell by the patina of the frame and fork and the color of it, right? So back in the day, that would have been more of a bright yellow, almost a neon yellow. Today it's a little bit more like a mustard, right? But just love it, right? Love the original patina. I really try to preserve the original patina whenever possible, and in this case it's absolutely what we're doing. So love this. Took it to the blue with the components, right? Like a nice blue and yellow mix. Let's go Mountaineers, right? WVU colors, so represent. Even though this one would probably lend itself a little bit more toward chrome tips and black mags, really wanted to get into the blue and gold. So there you go. So let's go through the components and what we have here, right? So from the ground up, we got the Skyway original 5-star mags. I'm gonna go with these. We're probably dipped or something. I mean, there's definitely some color fading going on. I just don't know. Like I've said many times before, unless I went to the factory and picked them up myself, you just never can tell. But I'm gonna probably err on the side that someone tried to dip these, and they're very blue around the rim itself, and that's probably more from my brake pads, and maybe just didn't weather as much. I'm just not sure. I'm gonna put that up in the question mark column. But again, I wanted the blue, got the blue, and beyond that, serves its purpose, right? So the patina of the mags really kind of fit the the frame and fork. I think just like a new pair, or a repop pair, or something that was in better condition, really just would kind of look odd. So I like that it all kind of blends together, right? Not trying to fool anyone with it, just trying to make it look more complete, right? So it's just harmonious and gets along, right? Sort of in the Kuwahara fashion, as Mr. Kuwahara himself would want us to do. Okay, so on the wheels, we've got a nice freestyle repop tread there, 20 by 175 in the blue with the gum sidewalls. In the midsection, we actually have a Kuwahara crankset 175 with a Kuwahara chain ring there. Chain, all one piece. No chain rings on this one. And pedals, we got the clover style pedals, and I think those are actually either very old or just very dipped in some Smurf blue. I'm just not sure, but pretty cool. Kind of like the color with them. They're definitely a little bit delicate in my opinion, so I got to be careful. Don't want to be cranking too hard on this, right? And with the white crankset. Moving up, we actually got a Kuwahara laid-back seat post. Super cool, right? In blue. And then we have the handler seat. This is a repop. Had a chance to pick up an 87, and I would have loved to, but unfortunately had a crack where the rear handler comes together, and they just tend to do that, and so I just would rather have a repop one there than a cracked one, just because like to ride the bike, right? So moving up front, we got the Kuwahara stem. Definitely raised up a little high. Actually probably could lower that a little bit, but I like to have the bars and the seat together, so I try to give myself as much room as I can. Definitely not getting too crazy on this one, and just kind of cruising around. Love the pegs in the front. Those are pretty nice, as you can see, little pencil pegs there. And there's the stem and headset, and then we move back up to the bars, which we have a set of Kuwahara bars, same color, same patina, matching the frame and fork, with the MX brake lever for the rear. Just got a rear brake on this one, Diacomp in the rear. Might be an older style 880, but not even sure on this one. It's got like some rust around some of the bolts, so kind of looking at it, I think it's probably an older 80s brake set, but you know, stuff's good enough. Got the blue pads on there, like I said, to match the wheels. And there, of course, we have the Peregrine seat clamp, which I think would be correct on this bike. I'm not sure. Otherwise, it's pretty interesting that I stuck that on there. 87, you know, about the time Peregrine seat clamps were pretty popular in most 87 models. So, like I said, metal flange mags on this. Serial number believed to be 87. And let's talk about some fun facts about this bike, right? So, Kuwahara, made out of Japan. And love the brand. Mr. Kuwahara is a legend in the BMX world, and this bike has some great fanfare around it. So not this particular model, but absolutely this brand came to fame in a movie filmed in 1982, none other than E.T. So the bike that the kids were riding around, Elliot with E.T. on the handlebars in the basket, was actually Kuwahara. Legendary artist, designer, founder, godfather, and grandfather of freestyle, Bob Haro himself, was actually doing stunt duty in the film. So a great following. This happens to be the 40th anniversary of the E.T. Franchise, so that's pretty cool, and people are really digging into the Kuwaharas, and they got a 40th edition model and frame set out there. Of course, me, I like the freestyle version, so rock the 87 Magician EX here. Definitely scratches my itch on the Kuwahara lineup. Super happy with this bike, love it, and I hope you enjoy it as well. So, day 5 of the 30-day, 30-bike Radville BMX challenge. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. Take care. Later.